Hi guys, I'm Jen Johns. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a s'mores cake. Now if this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can check out all of our other videos and you can learn how to make this one. Now this cake is like the quintessential summer dessert here in Canada and in many other parts of the world, I am very sure. We're going to be making a graham cracker cake with chocolate ganache, marshmallow buttercream, and marshmallows covered on top here. This is totally an epic summer treat. Let's get started on this tutorial. To make the cake, we're going to be using my homemade marshmallow buttercream. We're also going to be using my homemade marshmallow fluff. And you might want to make it a little bit thicker with extra icing sugar into it. We're also going to be using my homemade chocolate ganache. And we're going to be using my homemade chocolate cake. Recipes for all of those will be in the description box and on our blog, cookiescupcakesandcardio.com. Now I'm going to be showing you how to make a graham cracker cake, which is the key ingredient to the s'mores cake. So to make the graham cracker cake, the first thing we're going to be doing is I have 3 cups of graham crackers in here. They're crushed up and nice in crumbs. I'm going to add to that half a cup of all-purpose flour, so pop that into there. And then I'm also going to add to that 2 teaspoons of baking soda and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. The cinnamon is optional if you don't want to include that. That's up to you. It does add a nice little spice though. Now I'm just taking my whisk and whisking that together. You're going to put the dry ingredients off to the side now. With the dry ingredients inside, we're going to take half a cup of butter and we're going to add 1 cup of white sugar into the butter there. And then using either a stand mixer or a hand mixer, you're going to beat that till nice and light and fluffy. To my sugar and butter, I'm going to add my 5 egg yolks. So I'm just going to put those in, just the yolks here. So we got those in there. And then I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then taking my mixer again, we're going to mix that together. So our last step in making the batter is to take half of our dry ingredients, about approximately half there, and about half of 1 cup of milk. So we've got half a cup of milk going in there. And we want to use our mixer to incorporate those, and then we'll add the other 2 halves after that. So now I have a greased 8-inch round pan. I also have a second one because this will make 2 8-inch round cakes. You could also make 1 9x13 if you prefer to have it that shape. So what I'm just going to do is evenly divide the batter between both of my cake pans, and then I'm going to bake it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I will bake it for about 30 to 32 minutes depending on when it is finished completely. You want to let them cool completely and level them off as well. Now that my graham cracker cakes are finished, what I've got here is my marshmallow buttercream, and I'm just going to put a layer of it around the outside of the cake here. So what I'm doing is creating a dam, which is going to block the chocolate ganache that I'm putting in next from flowing out the side. I'm just going to put probably about half a cup of the ganache in the center there. You can put more or less, or you can just use buttercream if you prefer. It's just kind of a little bit of an extra little gooey addition in the center here. So we've got that, just smooth that as best as you can. Then you're going to take your first chocolate cake layer and you're going to put that on top. Just want to gently press that down. You don't want to press too hard at any point now because you don't want anything to be gushing out the side. I'm going to fill this in with regular buttercream here, just like this, and I'm just going to keep going around. And then using my spatula, I'm going to carefully smooth it on the top. And then I'll repeat that step with the graham cracker cake and extra ganache and then this second layer of chocolate cake. Once you have the cake stacked like this, you can leave it completely naked like this, but I'm going to add a little bit more buttercream into my filling here. And I just want to, I'm still going to leave it basically as a naked cake, but I'm just putting a little bit more filling in here because I want it to be flush to the outside. And what I'm going to do, I'll do that for like each layer, and anything that overlaps onto the cake, that's totally fine. I'm just taking a flat spatula now, and I'm just going around and scraping that off. And then I'm just going to scrape and then make sure that I've got that completely filled, and I'll do that for all 3 layers. With the cake now stacked and covered in as much buttercream as I'm going to put on, we are going to take some more ganache and we're putting it onto the top. And then I'm just going to coax it around to the edges here. And I'm just going to encourage it to drip down the side. Now you can get that dripping all over the whole entire cake. You can get lots flowing down there, or you can do it a little sparingly. So I'm just going to finish off the rest of the top here. So the ganache is on top and it's nice and finished here. Now we're going to take my marshmallow fluff, the recipe's in the description box, and we're going to put it on top here. You want it to be nice and thick. Now you could also use a marshmallow meringue. You could use a regular meringue, but you will find that the regular meringue might leak, which you definitely don't want. So I'm just going to coax it down over one side. You could of course do it like you did the ganache if you want to, but there it goes. And then with the rest of it, I'm just going to make swirls, because when I use my little kitchen torch, what I want to do is highlight any of these swirls that I create, and it'll be nice and brown like a toasted marshmallow. So I've started the browning process here with my kitchen torch, and what I'm doing is just adding a little color so it's just like an actual toasted marshmallow, which is of course one of the best parts of a s'more. So I'm just getting a little bit of color here added to everything, nice and brown and golden brown, just like we would find out in camping. So I'm going to finish this off and then I will show you some final garnishes. Now you can leave the cake with just the toasted marshmallow on top if you want to, or you can add a couple extra elements, a little pieces of the graham crackers, and you could also add like little chocolate curls here. And you can even add a little bit of chocolate graham cracker crumbs. It just adds a little bit extra element to the top of the marshmallow. So I'm just going to keep on adding some of these little toppings, and I'll be back to show you the finished product. So there you go, everybody, how to make this amazing s'mores cake. It's a 4-layer graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallow, amazing over-the-top cake, just like a s'more should be. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you check out the other videos we have here on the channel. Stick around for a while, subscribe, and I will see you guys all again next time.